Hello YouTube, and I wanted to do a review on a deck called the Wolfpack Tarot deck. Before I start, I want to make a note that even though it has tarot, the word tarot in its name, it's actually more of an oracle deck because it does not have a major or minor arcana, and it doesn't have the normal titles for the cards that you would find in a standard tarot deck, so it's actually more of an oracle deck. As you can tell from the name, the theme of the deck is wolves and wolf-like imagery. So every card has a wolf on it to some extent. Here is the deck itself. As you can see, a few things interesting about it that you don't normally see in other decks is the image of the card, the format is landscaped instead of portrait, which is normally like this. Another is the description. A basic description of the card is actually on the card itself, along with the title. This one is called Compassion. As you can tell, the artwork in this deck is really something. A really kind of realistic, simplistic, almost like a sketchbook almost in color. I really enjoy this deck for its art along with everything else. So here's that one card. The only two decks in this, there are two cards in this deck which are special and do not follow this, the format that you see, that I just showed you, which are the Alpha Male and the Alpha Female card, which look like this. As I said, these are two special cards which have a certain meaning in this deck, and they are the only two that look like this. All the other cards are named after things such as danger, healing, and so on and so forth. These are just the Alpha Male and the Alpha Female card. The back of this deck looks like this. Something nice and simple, nothing too elaborate, nothing too distracting, just nice and simple, green on green with dark paw prints. The card stock of this deck is pretty good, it's pretty average, it's not too flimsy, it's not anything stocky. The edges are smooth and not sharp in any means. I've had this deck for about a little bit over a year, and it's still in really good shape considering how much I've used it off and on and how unfortunately rough I've been at sometimes, I thought. It hasn't warped at all, so it's pretty good, strong deck to hold up for. Even though it has the description on the card itself, I haven't found that that's really a problem and anywhere distracting. Anymore I just ignore it and I just look at the image on the card itself. All the cards are really easy to read once I learned about which card was. It was really easy for me to gain the symbolism of the card by just looking at the image itself, rather than having to look back on the basic description of what the card might mean. So now I'm going to just show you some of the some of the various cards in this deck to give you an idea of what the rest of the deck looks like besides the ones I've shown you. First up is a card called Cleansing, and as you can tell, it is another case of really nice, simplistic, nice artwork in this deck. The next is Danger. One of my favorite cards, Transformation. Most of the cards in this deck have actual full scenes with actual backgrounds, but there are a few that only have specific images. This is Balance, showing a wolf balancing on a log there. Self-Reliance. And I'll show one more, and this is the card Battle. So yes, I believe there are 72 cards in this entire deck. I may be mistaken. I think it's somewhere around there. The creator of this deck is by the name of Robert Petro. Hopefully I pronounced his last name right. This deck was printed in 1995, so it's a little bit older deck, and the only way I was able to find it was going through Amazon, so it was a little difficult to find, but it was really I've really enjoyed working with this deck, and it was really worth having to order it offline to get it. This deck doesn't come with a companion guide. It does. All it comes with is it comes in a pack with two cards which have a special spread that comes with this deck, pretty basic, and then another card talking about the creation of this deck and the creator of this deck. So yes, so this is the Wolfpack Tarot deck. Thank you for watching.